I just played through Bleed in, what's this that meter zone, 105 BPM, and this is truly slow motion, and it feels so weird to play it in this tempo. It might be even the worst session I've had so far. I mean, it's like, oh sorry, the metronome. There is no flow whatsoever when you play it this slow. It's amazing. It's like I'm not even close, and this is really interesting with drums. But when I increase the tempo, it gets easier to. But when you slow it down and try to play it, and you do it tight to a metronome, Jesus Christ, that's hard. But I guess there's a point in that too. It's just that with the drum pedals, when you have this, you see I've got it really high eigen frequency. So this is actually corresponds to the brta, 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 brta. So it's the eighth notes, or what is it? It's the eighths if you do it in 230. So my eigen frequency of the pedal is set to the same tempo as the song itself, but that makes it really horrible to play slow with these pedals as they are set up right now. So this is a really peculiar thing for drummers, that you kind of optimize your drum kit, especially, well, the pedals especially. You optimize them for a certain tempo range, and if you change the spring settings and if you change the club length and stuff like that, so you can get it to bounce back and forth with another resonance frequency, and that will optimize the drum pedal for another tempo. And when you do a crazy exercise like the one I just did, to play it in, what was it, 105, so it's less, it's 40 something % of the original tempo, so it doesn't even sound like music at all. But you can really feel the extreme effect that the bass pedal setup has. I'm pretty sure that if I would change the settings on the pedal, it would be a lot easier to play it very slowly. So you kind of have to find your optimum setting depending on what kind of style you're playing. I mean, I'm not a drummer, I'm just a beginner, but it feels quite reasonable to me that if I would grab, maybe if there would be some kind of quick set on the pedal so you could change between two settings. Oh, I don't know. It's you can't really do that in a live setting. You have to find one setting and go with the flow. But I'm just thinking about how modern cars, especially like sports cars, I even have it in my family SUV, the adaptive chassis on the car, like sport, normal, or comfort. With the push of a button, you can change the whole suspension setup of the car. And of course, you could create a drum pedal which does just like that. And then you could have a little button on your kit somewhere where you have like sport, normal, or comfort mode, or like slow, medium, fast tempo optimization. But then, of course, you would need to practice with each setting. But maybe that's a business idea for engineer-focused drumming people like me who are really nerdy when it comes to physics. And I approach the problem of playing drums as an engineer. I'm thinking about resonance frequencies and eigen frequencies. So it would be fun to try out something like that, where you could just, with the push of a button, change the response of the kick drum pedal according to various songs. Maybe it is useful. Or maybe you could do like these really super advanced hypercars where you have some kind of AI that senses what kind of suspension settings you should have on the car. If it feels this is a rough road, we could tweak the suspension settings accordingly. So maybe you have an intelligent automated drum pedal who feels the tempo of the song and feels if you're doing a lot of or if you're just doing AC/DC 4 on the floor stuff, and then it adjusts dynamically according to what you're playing. but that would be pretty much like learning a completely new instrument. So I'm just going with one setting from day one. No, wait, not from day one actually. It was from when I first got the drum kit. I just played. I didn't care about setting up the kick drum. I bought it second hand, so the previous drummer, and he had even different eigenfrequencies on each pedal, which is really crazy stuff. For me, it doesn't make any sense to set it up that way. But I played with that for probably like 6 months before I started to experimenting with adjusting the pedal. And I think, well, a good tip if you're uncertain about how to set up your pedal, and this goes for pretty much anything in life. If you want to figure out how a system works, you set it to the extreme, to the low and to the high end. So you do a super stiff spring in the pedal, so it's like pop, 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 very fast eigenfrequency, and then you do it on a really, really slow eigenfrequency also, and try them both, and then you have the extremes on your scale, and that way you will know if I increase the tension, if I increase the eigenfrequency, it feels like this. And if I decrease the eigenfrequency and get it lower, then it feels like this. And that would probably help you to identify how you should set up your pedal. Wow, that's a 6-minute rant about drum pedals, which from a nerd like me who actually doesn't. I'm not a drummer, not yet at least. When am I a drummer? Well, when I can play this song, I will say, then I'm a drummer. But that's up. Yeah, let's end this vlog now. Thanks for listening all this far. That's impressive. See you later. Ciao.